Hi, part two. Sorry, my memory ran out on my phone, so second method. Always have a backup plan. So, like I was saying, that I just did without question um, what I felt necessary to do for people, to help them, to help them, to nurture them, to heal them, without questioning or worrying about the cost to my own time, to my own feelings and energy. Whether I had to stop my busy life to just be there for people consistently, without question. And I found that I questioned a lot of the relationships that I have, the people that I deal with, that I felt were in my corner. And the sad reality is that a lot of the relationships were just based on what I could do for them, what they needed from me. And few of them were reciprocated. So that's hurtful. That's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to digest, and then to have to cut, to sever, or in some cases I'm gonna have to sever. There's no patching or mending. They just It's gonna have to be severed in some cases. But it makes you question, second guess your instincts. One of the things that I had to ask myself was, how did these relationships start? How did you meet your friends? Why are your friends your friends? Why are your um, business associates your business associates? What was it that drew you? Were you drawn to them, or were they drawn to you? And it's a lot to take in. It makes you mistrust. It makes you second guess your instincts and your beliefs. But it makes me question my behaviors more than anything else, because I made these choices. I selected, and uh, what's the word that I'm looking for? I selected these um, relationships, and I verified them with my acceptance, or proved them with my behavior, and set the pattern. I set the pace. I continued the constant giving, and never receiving. I allowed it with my silence or inability to set boundaries. That's the proper word that I'm looking for, setting boundaries. I had little to no boundaries. And now that I'm setting boundaries, not readily available, drop everything and rush, or certainly I can do it, I'll be right there, not a problem. My pleasure is not always my pleasure. Sometimes it's a duty. But I never was able to bring myself to say no, to set a boundary and say, I really can't right now. I have too much going on, or perhaps we can do this another time, or that's not convenient for me. We'll have to work something out. So now I'm learning my languages. I'm learning to set boundaries. I'm learning to think of myself first. And the hard part about all of this is not caring about how they're going to feel when I say no, not caring about what they're going to say, because people talk. Friends, relatives, enemies, they talk. When people don't get their way, they get up in their feelings. They huff, they puff, they moan, they complain, and they talk. We all do it. And I got to the point where I felt I needed to protect myself and I couldn't trust anyone around me anymore, especially since they didn't seem to see that I was experiencing pain, that I was hurting, that I was going through a difficult time. They just were concerned about, why am I not there for them? Why are you not available? Well, what are you doing? So that really agitated me, pissed me off royally, really. And it's like, okay, not only can I not see myself, but they don't see me. They don't really see me. So it makes me question, what are your intentions for real? Because I mean, it makes me question, what is love, which is another issue I'm having, which will probably be for another video. But it makes me question people's authenticity, their true feelings, what's really, what's my source? What source are you looking for? Or, is it really real? What's the song? Is it really real? Is it real? Yeah. So that's becoming hard. And I started to sink into depression. Like, oh my goodness. I see it so, it's so close now, and it's so loud now, that it's like, all I want to do now, I'm ready to just pull out of everything and go. I want to leave the city. I'm ready to leave the state. I'm ready to get the hell out of Dodge, period. Go somewhere where I don't know people and start all over, so I don't have to explain why I feel the way I feel, why I'm acting the way I'm acting. And I don't have to repress my reaction like, okay, well, why aren't you concerned about why I feel the way I feel, why I'm acting the way I'm acting, other than the fact that it's inconveniencing your ass? So that's the reality that I'm dealing with right now. And it caused me to pick up some behaviors, because I was doing really good and looking really good for a minute there. When I first started this, I was eating right and going out for walks and, practicing joy, doing the things that I like to do. Like, I love music, and I like to go in my room and close the door and blast my little speaker and just dance, 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 dance all over my room. So that was my release. That was my joy. Get my little feng shui on, burn my incense, light my candles, have my little sparkly lights on. That was how I changed my mood, how I lifted my spirits, and that sparked joy for me. And then when I had this revelation of this repressed memory, all of that just slowly stopped. The more I thought about it, the more I reviewed it, just trying to process my feelings so that I don't hold on to the feelings and repress the feelings and defeat the progress that I made. But it was just so disheartening that I just started eating to comfort my emotions, to make me feel better. I ate when I was angry and wanted to do something. Whenever I had an emotion, I was eating. And I wasn't eating healthy. I was eating all of the favorite things that I like to eat that I had stopped eating. I even was drinking soda. And I'm not really a soda girl, but I had soda every day, ice cream every day, some kind of cake or donuts. I had donuts every morning. Every morning I had donut with my tea. And I started drinking coffee every day, which means I had milk, dairy, all of the stuff that makes you have inflammation and gain weight, which made my injuries, my wounds, and all this metal in my body made me react to that. So Now I'm achy more than usual. I'm depressed and sad. I'm fidgety, anxious, uh, moody. I don't want to clean nothing. I don't want to cook nothing. So I was reading cards because that's part of what I do in the spirit. Um, I'm drawn to tarot, and the reading came out with the message that you're being prideful. Stop trying to do it on your own. Get some help. Find out who your tribe is. Find out who your people are. You have to adopt your own new circle of people who feel the way you feel, who believe the way you believe, who will help you through this. And I said, I had such the hardest time with that because I was like, I really don't know people. You know, everybody I'm around is strictly Jesus, Christ, Jesus, Holy Ghost. So, and I kept feeling pulled. So I had to delete all of my devout Christian friends off of my page so that I could move forward in confidence and without having to explain every time I post something and have these remarks about what Jesus can do. And I know him very well. I've known Jesus all of my life. And right now, this I can't say that me and Jesus don't agree. I have to say that the organization of religion, of church, we don't agree. No. Their theology is their theology. It's not God's theology. It's their theology, which is my problem. And then a close friend to my family, they lost one of their siblings, and that just made me spiral more. So I caught COVID last year. Had a church function. But anyway, I caught COVID last year, and it was really bad. I wasn't doing good at all. And my sister was begging me, please go to the hospital, please go to the hospital. She was like, and she's a nurse. So I just knew in my spirit, nope, they're not going to help me there. And if I go, I'm not going to make it out. But I knew this lady for years on social media, and she's a doula. She helped people deliver babies naturally and in their homes and stuff like that. And she's holistic. She does herbs and medicines, and she's not a Christian. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna reach out to her and see what happens, because I can't do this by myself. I need to get some help. And I had a session with her the other day, and immediately the first thing she said was, the last time I saw you, you don't look like yourself. What's going on with you? What are you doing? What are you eating? And I was like, why? She was like, your skin is, you're broken out. That's what I'm wearing. I'm hiding my breakouts from not eating healthy, and my little Garner mustache is coming in thicker, with the dairy and such. So she was like, what's going on? You don't look like yourself. I mean, you don't look as well as you usually look. And I explained it to her, and immediately she was able to identify what was going on with me. She was like, okay, the first thing we got to do is get you off of whatever you've been eating. You need to stop eating it. You need to be more trained and resolved, and this is what you need to do. So she gave me these recipes, and I went out and bought these fruits and these vegetables. Then I had to figure out where the blender, the juicer was. I had to go in the garage and find that. But long story short, so now I'm at the beginning of my turnaround. And she was like, whatever it was that you were doing before that was working for you, you gotta go back to that. I know you're depressed. I know you're feeling down, but now you have help. So, just saying that, confirming, what the spirit told me with the cards was relief for me. I felt better. I felt lighter after talking to her and getting the tools that I needed to make my body, line up with my journey that I'm going through, to get my mind and my body in alignment once again so that I can get myself back on the right track. So I'll be posting regularly again. And I'm looking forward to our journey together and learning and having support. And I'll see you in the future.